Good morning. Gosh, it's good to see real live people. And so many of you. Today, obviously, we're here to plant some trees, but it is so much more than that. And I think you feel it when you look down the road and you see dozens of trees about to go into the ground. And what that means to me, and I think what that means to this community, is that we care, we love them, and we want this place to thrive. When you look at Google Maps of Salt Lake City, it becomes painfully clear where we need more trees in Salt Lake City. So at the beginning of the year, Tony Goliath, our urban forester, and his awesome team, who you're going to hear from today and be working with, took on the challenge that I presented to them to plant 1,000 extra trees on our city's west side every year. Their team plants about 1,000 trees throughout the city regardless. They're going to keep doing that. But they were doubling that rate, putting 1,000 extra trees on our west side. They did about 500 in the spring. And what you're doing today with planting over 200 trees is taking on more than 20% of our goal. We're already 50% there, and you are really whittling it down for us today. It's remarkable. Somebody out there told me while we were walking around, I think we could do 400 trees, and I'm going to hold you to it. So I'm going to make an invitation right now that if you have a good time today, let us know, because we're going to plant 500 more trees in the spring, and we would love your help planting a few hundred of those trees in the spring, and then maybe we could come back together at this time next year and do another few hundred in the fall. What that means is by the end of this administration's first term of 4 years, we're going to have planted 4,000 trees in this area. That's remarkable. We haven't grown our urban forest in years. And then there was that storm on September 8th. And we know we've lost more than 3,000 trees throughout the city. About half are public trees, half are private trees. It's heartbreaking for tree huggers like us. But watching you out there today and putting so many trees in the ground, it gives me incredible hope. And I know it gives hope to our West Side communities who appreciate you and your volunteer efforts out here today. I'm a fan of big canopy trees, and I think that's one of the great characteristics of Salt Lake City, is our big historic trees like these sycamores you find across the street. But there are some places, like right under the power lines, where it doesn't make a lot of sense for us to do that. So along some of those routes where you're planting under the power lines, if you've checked, they might be these spring snow crab apples or the flowering cherry trees. But in other parts, we're planting silver lindens, catalpas, and English oaks. We want to make shade. We want to make these sidewalks walkable, beautiful. They increase property values. They help cool homes. There's almost nothing bad about the trees. So thank you for helping beautify Salt Lake City, helping make the air to breathe out here a little bit easier, and helping us recover from one of the worst storms of the century. I am so grateful for you, and on behalf of Salt Lake City Corporation and all of our residents, we give you our sincere and heartfelt thanks, and we hope to see you again in the spring. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor Mendenhall, and let me echo also Mayor Mendenhall's appreciation and thank you for being here today. At Dominion Energy, as you all know, we have a slogan, which is actions speak louder. And this really is it's more than a slogan. This really is a true commitment to our customers, to our communities, to our planet. And here you are today in action. Actions speak louder. So thank you. We greatly appreciate it. We have over 100 volunteers here today. I will take on the mayor's invitation, and certainly we'll be involved in this next spring as well as next fall. So looking forward to that. As you look at this project, and the mayor, certainly commend her for having the foresight and the direction to move this forward. This was an initiative certainly before the windstorm recently. And if you take a look at that map that she has mentioned out there on Google Earth, you'll see significant numbers of trees on the east side of Salt Lake, not so many on the west side. So certainly having an impact, making a difference today, and it's such a simplistic approach. In this city, we've got complex issues that we deal with. Oftentimes they have controversy, but this is a simplistic, easy solution that certainly we can participate and be involved with. As you all know, and we learned early on in our elementary years, that trees will certainly help clean the environment. It's our commitment to Dominion Energy to focus on sustainability, and a tree planting initiative certainly fits into that. residents along this area and throughout West Salt Lake, as we plant these trees, they'll have more efficient homes because of the shade from the trees. There'll be lower temperatures on the asphalt and concrete. As we all know, the CO2 that's absorbed and the oxygen that is released from trees, very, very substantial, and a very, very substantial commitment from each of you. So thank you for your support today. We appreciate you being here, and please be safe. Thank you.
Case, we'd like to present a gift to you, Mayor Mendenhall, for coming to be with us today. It's a little token of our appreciation, and I didn't realize it, but with this gift, I'll have to extend a job offer as well after watching you in that Mini X. If you ever decide politics isn't for you, we have a place. So
Thank you.
We're grateful to have you with us. Thank you so much. Now, we'd like to turn some time over to the city. Tony, I don't know if you wanted to take it, or Nate. They're going to talk a little bit about how we should plant the trees.
All right, I think I can talk loud enough for you all to hear me. First of all, I just want to say that this scene is amazing, and it's inspiring. When the mayor first started to talk about wanting to plant 1,000 more trees on the west side, doubling the amount of trees that we're planting, this is what comes to mind in terms of how we do that. Volunteers, people that care, and getting to the parts of the city that really do need it the most. It's been a long time coming to get to this point. We wanted to do this in the spring, but we sure got a great day to do it right now. And as the mayor said, you guys are contributing about 20% of the planting that we need to do to meet our goal. And we're going to meet that goal in the coming month here. So thank you so much for your help. What we're going to do is we're going to kind of spread out. We got 3 service coordinators here for the city, and just to give you an idea, we cannot plant the amount of trees that we plant without this work group right here. They are the ones that work with residents, that work with utilities and our contractors and volunteers to make sure that the right tree goes into the right spot. So they've had their work cut out for them over the last year. And I'm really happy that we have them here today. We'll spread out. We got 4 of us combined that we'll go to each of these 4 trees here, and you guys can kind of keep socially distanced groups just to hear some of the things we look for when we're trying to plant trees the right way, and things that you can do to help us make sure that these trees are going in that fashion. So with that, I'm just going to point over here. We have Nathan Orbach. We have Rick Nelson and Mary Beninati. So if you want to join them by some of these trees, and actually here's our group of operations arborists dropping off more of the trees that are going to be planted today. This is an outstanding scene. Thank you so much for being here, and let's start planting trees. Thank you.